Last night I was driving home from Toronto, which is a 14-hour drive. So I drove through the night, and I got a call from my good friend Rabbi Cohen. He said, I forgot to ask you to say a few words. So I had a long time to prepare to introduce Roman, about 13 hours. So everyone get comfortable. We're in for a long, if you need another piece of dessert, I can give you mine. I saved it, but we're in for a long haul. So Roman is the JWAY Student of the Year. So before I speak about him, I like to speak for a moment about what the JWAY means. JWAY, Jewish Way. It's an organization under the auspices of the Kollel. Thank you, Rabbi Cohen, Rabbi Gibber, and everyone else. We're not doing thank yous again. Run by my wife and myself. Thank you, Adina. That we can do. Thank you. We run it for the young professionals and the college students in the community. And the idea is the follows. I heard something actually on the way home from Toronto. When we count Jewish people, if someone ever goes to a synagogue, no one counts, you need a minyan, you need 10 people to daven together. So no one says 1, 2, 3, 4. That's not how we count Jews. We say a verse with 10 words, Hoshias, and whatever the verse is. But we don't count people. Do you know how we're supposed to do a census for the Jews? Everyone gives a silver coin. Zeh yitnu, everyone should give. So the question is obvious. Why? Why don't we just count people like, dare I say, like normal people do? Just count 1, 2, 3, 4. Why don't we do that with Jews? Why do we do it by every Jew giving a coin? So, the obvious answer is Jews, money, giving. They're always raising money. That's the obvious answer, but we're here to say something else tonight. If we count Jews, it's a bit depressing because we're not that many. We're not even 1% of the world population. But if you count Jews according to their accomplishments, Zeh yitnu, what are they giving to the world? Jews give to the world in a magnificent way. That's how we count Jews. We want to make us feel good. We're not counting. Let's not focus on the number game. Let's focus on each individual, what they could accomplish, what they can give to the world. That's how we count Jews. That's what gets us excited. Zeh yitnu, how do they give? How do they give? What do they give to the accomplishments to the greater society? In the Jewish world, in the regular world, we do a lot. And that's something we should be proud of. That's something we focus on in the JWAY programs. So I have to introduce Roman. Sit down. You're not done. So it's interesting, when I first met Roman, or I should say tried to, because he didn't show up to the first meeting, and Igor, yes, I should have known. So I was introduced, they went on some trip, some free trip, you know how it works. They went on some free trip to New York, and then the people from New York said, you should meet these two guys who are nice Russian Jews, from good families, and coming for Shabbos. And then we sort of fell off the map for a few years. But now he's back on. And he's someone that's devoted to the Jewish community, very charitable. He likes to learn most of the time. And he started keeping a lot of Shabbos. I know you just kept Shavuos in Florida, right? Very nice. And he's committed to raising a Jewish family, to marrying a Jew, raising a Jewish family, sending his children to Jewish schools, and sending them to yeshivas, and everything else, right? And his parents are very happy about it, correct? Good. I knew that, just making sure. And this is why he's representing that the Jewish way. Roman realized that it's important to focus, like we said before, what he can contribute. It's not about numbers. What could he contribute to the Jewish community? And that's why we're celebrating Roman Peysakhovich tonight. Please come up and deliver your address.
Before we begin, just want to make a presentation to Roman. This is a Tefillah Lahatzlacha, prayer for success, from Rabbi Cohen, a sample of art. It says on the bottom, JWAYer of the Year Award presented to Roman Peysakhovich, Minneapolis Community Kollel Annual Dinner, June 4th, 2017. Roman, we wish you much success in everything.
Thank you. Good evening, everybody. It's an honor to be here today and to be a part of something so special like the Kollel. As we all know, as the rabbi had mentioned, a few days ago we celebrated the holiday of Shavuos. The holiday of Shavuos is when we got the Ten Commandments from God through Moses. This is when we were made to be the nation of God. And that experience that happened many, many years ago is what made me the person that I am today, which is a true Jew. For those of you that don't know, my family immigrated here to the United States in 1994 from Belarus. And in Belarus, where we came from, my family was not allowed to express or act on their Jewish identity. This was so engraved into their minds that when we came here to America, they were still frightened to show the Judaism and everything here, and it was something that we didn't really do when I was growing up here in the United States. Luckily, I was fortunate enough to meet a young, charming man by the name of Rabbi Cohen. Since then, Rabbi Cohen, the entire Kollel, the JWAY organization, and everything has helped me grow spiritually, and it's really helped me connect with my Jewish roots. I've gone to Israel. Rabbi Cohen sent me to Israel. I also had an internship in New York City. I even spent Shabbos in Costa Rica a couple months ago, which was an amazing experience. And the entire organization has showed me a whole side of Judaism that I'd never thought I'd see before. When we were partying in Costa Rica, I also saw a side to Albert Miller that I've never seen before. But I'll save that whole story for another time. From thinking Shabbat was on a Sunday to thinking that I was going to have my bat mitzvah when I turned 16, I like to think that I've came at least a little bit farther in Judaism. And I want to thank all the families here who have opened up their doors for me, who have let me come for Shabbat, who let me eat their amazing food. And then everybody here whose house I've been to, you couldn't have made me feel any more welcome. It showed me what Judaism was really about. And it's just completely changed everything for me. And it was during these Shabbos that I realized how amazing Judaism is and what it means to be a part of the chosen nation that we are. The learning experiences that I've taught from Rabbi Cohen and from everybody, I cherish, and it's something that I want, like he said, I want to teach to my children. It's something that I want to have in my future. I'm very thankful that I got to learn all the customs. I was never aware of them, and I look forward to passing them on for many generations to come. And today, Judaism is a very big part of my life. Like Rabbi mentioned, I spend many days this year wrapping tefillin, keeping Shabbat. I even eat the kosher food, which I just realized tastes even better than non-kosher food. And somehow I was even able to convince a beautiful Jewish girl to date me this year. So I owe all of this to the people here, to the Kollel, to the entire JWAY organization, to everybody who had me over for Shabbat. From 6-7 years ago when me and Igor had no idea what we were doing to now coming for Shabbat and knowing all you guys. It's just been wonderful, and I hope you all have a wonderful evening, and I look forward to being a part of this entire organization for many years to come.
Beautiful, beautiful.